And do you need to somehow release yourself from this, like, from this hold that you've created, that nobody has created for you but yourself? Hi, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's so good to see you. Let's see what Taurus season has in store for you, or what Taurus season's been bringing to you, since it is almost over. Resistance. There's some resistance there. All right. So make sure you go watch the Hierophant card reading for all signs, and you can also watch for your moon, rising, and Venus sign. Please be sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will get all the updates. I don't know why, but I'm getting nervous, Virgo. Getting nervous about how this is gonna go. Let's just split the deck and pull some off the top here. Okay, so the first card is always the general energy, and then we will kind of go into hows, whys, what's, what have yous after that. So let's see what the first card is. Ooh, all right, the High Priestess. Go, Virgo, go. The High Priestess has been coming up for you quite a bit, Virgo. If I remember correctly, it might have been your main card last season, or it might have been something that was coming to you, or something that you needed to do in order to tap into last season or the season before. But I really do feel like they're either pushing you to continue to get deeply connected to your intuition, or they are validating that if you've been watching for a little while and you've been doing the work. So proud of you. So it's feeling like either way, no matter where you are, they're kind of pushing you a little further. The general energy for everybody for this season got real deep. So that kind of feels like the theme is giving yourself the pause during Taurus season to go deeper, or allowing things to be, allowing your emotions to come through, allowing your intuition to come through, allowing yourself to explore who you are just a little deeper, and to know that you're being supported in that the thing about the High Priestess is that, if you're not familiar with the tarot, the shroud in the back that has pomegranates on it, which is a symbol of life, which is also in the traditional Empress card, that silk little curtain, I mean, it really looks like, it's kind of funny because she's in this really nice dress and she's really put together, and then the way that little, silk scarf is, it just kind of looks like it got nailed into the wall, like it's like a cheap background, or a window in like a dorm. What is behind that is the spirit world. That's what that shroud represents. What is behind that is the universe, is source, God, whatever you want to call it, the divine. And the High Priestess is the protector, the keeper of this pathway, of this threshold between the physical world and the spirit world. And so her coming up, it really is feeling like they want you to remember that, even though Virgo, I feel like, is just looked at as such this kind of, I guess, boring sign. You get this reputation of being very type A and kind of cold, can be very, very straightforward, stable, organized. It's almost like you're the librarian of the zodiac, which doesn't she kind of feels like a little bit of like the cool librarian, but you're also very knowledgeable. And I think if you expanded your knowledgeableness, your want of knowledge, your enjoyment of learning beyond the physical, beyond what is logical, you know, beyond reality as you see it, as you know it, that you could be easily expanding your connection to spirit, easily expanding your intuition, expanding your gifts, and being aligned more with your fullest embodied self. And because that's really the goal. She's so cute, this one. And I like that she's got a little ankle boot on. I love every outfit in this deck. And then just a little peek of a thigh right there. Just like a little like sexiness. Like, hey. And I know you can bring the sexy, Virgo. I know you can. So it's reminding me of some advice I just got recently from a spiritual mentor, to let go of the self-doubt. It's like, you're like, no, I can't go there because I'm business and I'm this and I'm this, and that means I can't be this weird thing that I know people might judge me for over here because I can't explain this. I can't logically explain what this is. I can logically explain this, this, and this. It's like the wall between those two things, between who you think you are and who you think you can't be, is a lot thinner than you think it is. That's why this is literally just a little silk shroud. Like, you can just easily push it to the side, okay? So how? I heard how and then why. So we'll see. How are you going to be embracing this more? How are you going to be, embracing it more? Ooh, the King of Swords. The King of Swords. Also another choice outfit. Come on, phone. There it goes. Whoop, whoop. I love a good power suit. I got my eye on one myself. So the King of Swords, the first thing I heard was flexibility, because that's very hard for you, Virgo. And I feel like it's coming up as the King of Swords because it's the air sign, and it's also your brain, the old noggin, the mental capacity, which is where you have convinced yourself that these things you can't be both things, that you can't embrace a more spiritual side and be in this logical, earthly realm. And I really feel like they're really trying to show you that you can do both. And realizing that you also control this here. And that you can decide how you're thinking. Because Virgo, you are probably one of the most thoughtful, and I say that in quotes because it's like full of thought and thoughtful, and you just think things through. You can be very calculating. I do not know a Virgo that doesn't know really exactly what they're doing. Even if they're like making bad decisions, they're like, oh no, I knew what I was doing. You don't really just make a choice. You're not very impulsive. And as the King of Swords, it is past that impulsivity. But it is the like highest evolution of of your mental development, of your mindset, and realizing that flexibility is growth and expansion. And if you deny that, you're keeping yourself in a box. And I know that you don't want to do that, because one note you are not, 1 degree you are not, one, you know, you have levels. Even if you feel like it's like, shh, no, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that I have levels. I'm even keeled all the time. But you're not. Because you're a multifaceted spirit having a physical experience. And this is a lesson for you. Would be a huge lesson for you, is embracing this and also claiming your power when it comes to your mind and your mental capacity. Because I wonder if you actually realize how much you are in control of what's going on in your head, like how powerful you would really be. And then on top of that, expanding into this unknown and spiritual place, how well-rounded you would be. Why is this a lesson for you, Virgo? 9 of Swords. I got really sad. And I'm really drawn to the blue in this card this time. And now I'm seeing how much blue is across all of these cards. It's really trying to get you off like a hook that you are holding yourself onto. There's like this, they're trying to help relieve you of the inner torture, but it's like you're doing it to yourself, like self-flagellation. You denying these parts of yourself, you denying the responsibility of who you are, is they're basically equating it to self-flagellation, which is self-torture. Like if you've ever seen some weird TV that's on now, there's been a few characters out there that are self-flagellating, wild times. But this is a practice that a lot of spiritual people have been known to do throughout history, is to punish themselves, and meaning beating themselves with a whip or a belt. And it feels like you for some reason you've decided, there's some reason that you decided, I deserve this. I deserve all this pain and torture that I'm inflicting on myself. Why do you feel like you deserve it? What do you need to atone for? What have you done? And do you need to somehow release yourself from this hold that you've created, that nobody has created for you but yourself? It feels like too, it's something that you are pushing down and denying at the same time. It's weird. You decided this is how you're going to be. You decided this is, you're just going to accept your fate. This is true. Virgo martyrdom. Don't do that, Virgo. It's so easy for you to go there. I have a Virgo moon. I get it. But you're so much better than that. Because in this sense, it's I've accepted my fate. I'm gonna take the whips, take the lumps, take the bruising, take the punches, because I've decided that I need to put myself in this position for these things, these people. But you never said that to them. They have no idea. You've just decided this for yourself. And so you're like, I'm gonna, cut these things off and cut these parts of myself off. And it's a big burden to bear. It's a huge weight that you've put on yourself. And I really feel like Spirit is just like, stop, man. Why? No one has said that this was like part of your karma. I feel like your spirit guides are all looking at each other like, did one of you push them to do this? Who did? Come on, who set this up like this? Come on, who did this? And everyone's like, I didn't want them to do this to themselves. So there's where this is like needs to go deeper for you, is figuring out why you've decided to play this part. Because you don't need to play the part anymore. They're letting you off the hook. But you have to choose to let yourself off the hook also. So what does that look like for you? Let's pull a oracle card for you. Oh, that's what I forgot to say earlier. Today we're using the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturrell. And I'm going to pull you a Shaman's Dream Oracle by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. I would love to hear what's resonating with you. I would love to hear from you. I would love to get together with you. I'm always available for one-on-ones. Ooh, in the hand. I also feel like we got to pick this second card too. Been trying to like one card, y'all, but they're like, no, you need more messaging. Okay, 31. In the hand, the universe is your partner. Maybe that's part of it, Virgo. You are feeling alone in your journey and in your path, and you're not. And then 31 and 41, Moon Maiden, New Beginnings. This one's really pretty. Come on, there it goes. Okay. In the hand and Moon Maiden. In the hand, feeling secure, taken care of. The universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything is in good hands. You've done all you can, so now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, strategizing. A hot tea, a good book, and a soft blanket are in order. Ooh, Virgo. That was so good. That is definitely part of this High Priestess intuition that we were talking about. That you're blocking this other thing that would make you feel complete. It's like, maybe that's what part of this torturing is too. It's like you've cut yourself off from feeling anything beyond the earthly realm or yourself, any higher power. And so there's something missing in you. And you're chasing that everywhere else on this planet. You're trying to fill that missing spot with all these physical things. And you're like, why do I not feel fulfilled? I'm doing all the things that look like I should be fulfilled. It's because you can't see this thing that's missing within you. Because it's within you already and beyond you at the same time. And they're telling you too that you need to just trust that even if your relationship with your higher power right now is feeling a little shaky or not grounded or just out of reach, to stop trying to do so much. Stop chasing. Stop trying to fill that hole. Rest and relax and recharge your batteries. Allow yourself to just be, and then answers will start to come. Allow quiet. Allow space. Okay. 41, Moon Maiden. New ideas, beginnings, curiosity. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning. A new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Aching to be shown to yourself, Virgo. Those qualities that you have been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, but it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it is time to come forward in full splendor. This is kind of wild because it almost feels like you need to take all this advice here, and that now they're showing you too what's on the other side. I feel like there are a couple signs like Virgo and Cancer especially that are always like, you need to know like what you're working towards in order to take the advice. Like, this is what you're working towards. That there needs to be a little bit more of a stepping back and reconnecting with yourself. And then you get to announce the new you to yourself first. Hey, there you go. Announce the new you to yourself first. So you need to be connecting to that self first and then accepting that self. Reveal it slowly to the world. Like the waxing moon, allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or job want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion, just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. And that's where you are now. It's kind of time to return to the darkness. There's a little bit of a dark night of the soul theme coming up recently too. Returning to yourself, returning to source, giving it up, surrendering to the divine. Easier said than done. I know it. If you need more support, please reach out to me. I'm here for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate your support. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Share with a friend. Go watch the tarot scopes for your moon, rising, and Venus sign. There are calculators attached. And I will see you for Gemini season. Bye, Virgo.